Kasper Ackermann from esplanet.net, standing here with Natu from curse.eu. First of all, congratulations with the Curse partnership. Satisfied after quite a few weeks without any financial backing?
Sure. I mean, after what happened in WinFact, it was a rough batch, but then we had a few things going on. We had some discussions, but then in the end it seemed like a no-brainer to go with Curse because they gave us an offer that would give us the opportunity to do what we want to do.
And we are of course here at THOR Open. So what do you make of the tournament, the venue, the play area?
Venue is it's a pretty standard exhibition going on here. Gaming area is okay, standard. Had some computer issues, as some of you probably know. We had like 5 crashes in one of the games, so that's probably due to them having Windows 8 on the computers. And but so far so good, kinda.
Yeah, I want to ask you about the computer crashes because there are like 2 sides of it. Either way, you're like, on one side, do you think that it's something that just can happen, or do you think that it's something which shouldn't happen at all at this kind of level?
That's a hard question in a way, but at this level it should not happen. And then you should have spare computers with like ghosted HDD, so you can just basically plug out another computer and plug in another and go and play again. And but I think it was due to like driver issues and like stupid things like that. That it wasn't the hardware that was faulty; it was the drivers that was faulty. So in the end, I don't think there should be these kind of issues, considering there's been so many events. And I think like at DreamHack there were no issues at all. Everything worked perfectly, for example. So I kind of think that it should not happen anymore.
And it all happened, of course, during your group stage run, which was somewhat of shaky, I guess, with both ups and downs. Could you tell us a bit about your group stage performance? What were the ups and what were the downs?
The only up would have to be last game, where we knew that we needed to win with a pretty big margin. We knew that we couldn't give more than 8 rounds to our opponents, so that was the only up, that we managed to do that. We played pretty like laid back and just like doing our own thing, and we knew that we were better than them. First game against Nip, we felt we could have done a lot better there. You know, against top teams, you need to win those coin flip situations, and unfortunately, we did not. They were able to win every single one of those kind of rounds. So, you know, shit happens. It was kind of expected that it would be the hardest game. Against Gosu, we started out, I think, that game is kind of a blurry for me because I was so pissed off because of all the computer issues and everything, and it kind of ruined us. Like, first we won the pistol, I think, and then we lost an echo, and then started the crashing thing, and it just crushed us. Like, everyone was so pissed off, and people were like, yeah, let's, like, after the 4th or 5th time we crashed, we were like, okay, we're done here. I mean, let's just stop playing. This is ridiculous. But in the end, you know, obviously we kept playing, but that we were just sloppy all the time, and like you're not focused enough because of everything that happened. Obviously something that should not happen, but we are only human, so that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you have issues that you can't control yourself. And then in the end, Copenhagen Wolves game, we had it in the back. I knew we would win it. It was just a matter of getting enough of a win, big enough win. And then we knew that NIP was gonna, we were sure that Gozo wouldn't be able to get 13 rounds that they needed.
Especially in the match versus Gozo, you had so many crashes going on. From here on and into the semifinals, how are you going to like recover from all the crashes? And you said it yourself, all the frustrations. Have you just cleared your mind and are just looking forward to the semifinal? And how are you clearing your mind?
It's in the past now. We just went for, we had some food and chilled for a bit, chatted, talked about it. You know, it doesn't matter anymore. Now it's in the past. It's a clear table now. We're just waiting to see what happens in the other group, and then after that, we'll see who we're gonna play. I think we're kind of lucky with the group draw, because you know, instead of if we'd been in Group B and made it second, we would be facing NIP, and that'd be really hard. But now instead, we're going to be facing a team that we have a really good chance of beating. We can beat any of those teams. So I think we're just going to keep our heads straight and do our thing, and we have a really good chance of making it to the final.
You almost took my question there. If you have been in the other group and finished second, you would have faced NIP, so you got to be satisfied with being placed in Group A, of course. So looking at the other group, Annexus, Lemon Dogs, Absolute Legends and Western Wolves, how do you rate those teams and what do you think of their individual performances?
I said before the tournament to people that were asking me about this, and I said that group is like really wide open. It's really hard to predict who's going to be going through and who's not, because the skill gap between those teams is not that huge. So one day one of those teams could be on a hot streak and beat anyone, and the other, it wouldn't happen maybe. So but everyone's been talking about how good Lemon Dogs is, so I'm just going to be going with the bandwagon and say they're probably going to win that group. And then Annexus, I think they've been unlucky a lot of the times at their tournaments that they've been going to, like the 3 draws that they have at DreamHack, it's just ridiculous, and ESWC, they screwed up and stuff like that. So I would vouch for them, because I don't think Absolute Legends is stable enough, kind of. Like, they have good and experienced players, but I would see NX beating them, and Western Wolves I have so little insight on, actually, so I can't really say much, but from my gut feeling, I would say that Lemon Dogs is probably going to face get first, and then NX is second.
And let's say that Lemon Dogs are finishing first, then how are you going to beat Lemon Dogs? Are you going to come up with some new tactics which we maybe haven't seen before?
I think the only new tactic we're going to need is just do our own thing and play to the best of our abilities, because the thing with this team is I think Lorpus said it well at DreamHack, that we have a high ceiling but a low basement. Like, we can be either really, really good when we can beat anyone, but we can be really, really bad as well. And unfortunately, that thing happens within the same game, within the same half. So we can screw up situations where we shouldn't be screwing up, and we can be amazing at times. So as long as we can stay consistent and play up to our potential, I don't think we need any special tactics here.
And let's just imagine that you end up in a semi-final versus Lemon Dogs, you beat them, you move into the grand final. Without saying too much, I think that 99% of everyone expect NIP to make it to the grand final. So how are you going to beat NIP, and can you actually beat NIP?
They're just humans like every one of us, so no reason why not. I mean, everyone who's playing in these tournaments are talented players, so it's a matter of many small things. If you can frustrate players like Forrest, for example, you know what, he's going to be super aggressive and stuff. If you don't let him do his thing, you get to deny him a lot of time. He's going to get frustrated, do a lot of dumb shit. Excuse my language. Anything can happen. We're just going to be, I don't think, if we're going to be in the final with NIP, we're just going to go out there and do our thing. Just have fun, play, and enjoy.
And I wish you all the best, of course. Any final words for fans, sponsors, followers, family, maybe?
Yeah, thanks to everyone from Curse, for example. Great help and a great organization. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and yeah, thank you.
And if you want to see more of Curse.eu in here at THOR Open, do stay tuned to ESPN.net, as we will have more coverage coming out live from Stockholm. Bye, guys.